People don't keep secrets to deceive others, they keep secrets to protect themselves. Lawrence, award-winning and best-selling mystery author and former therapist. And on this channel, we talk about psychology tips and tricks and systemic therapy models to help bring life and depth to your stories. So secrets are one of the biggest things that you're going to find in writing, whether that's mysteries, thrillers, romances. Somebody has a secret, and if the secret gets out, that's the goal, right? To keep that secret so that it doesn't get out, because if it does, it'll ruin them. There's going to be some major conflict, some major consequence as a result. And it goes back to what I said. People don't keep secrets to be deceiving. They do it to protect themselves, whether that's their identity, their sense of belonging, or a sense of perceived safety. They're keeping this secret oftentimes for one of those three reasons. There could be other reasons: protect a relationship, protect their legacy, something along those lines, but it's always to protect something, to keep themselves from looking bad, even to keep from hurting somebody's feelings, because if they hurt this person's feelings, that relationship isn't secure, they don't feel secure in that relationship, it could be damaged in their mind. So your character is hiding facts, or is not hiding facts. What they're hiding is meaning behind those facts. When you're writing secrets, you're going to have primarily three different ones that I've noticed most in writing. There's the shame-based secret, where exposure of this thing that they're hiding is going to have some major consequence in their life, and they don't want to deal with that shame. They'd rather keep that secret hidden, let it kind of eat them away inside. There's the protective secrets, where they believe silence prevents any harm, whether to them, somebody close to them. The whole goal is to stay silent so that nobody finds out about this. A great example of that would be I Know What You Did Last Summer. They take an oath that they're never going to talk about hitting this person. They're going to take it to their graves, and by doing that, in theory, the secret is never going to come out. They can go off to college, live their lives, but as you see very early in the movie, it eats away at them. It has a lot of internal conflict as a result. Then there's the identity secret, where the truth forces the character to rewrite their lives. And in a clinical setting, people don't really want to do that, right? If they come in and say narrative therapy is something we're going to do, where they take their internal story, whatever their current narrative is, and try to rewrite it, that's very difficult for most people, because these narratives, these stories that you tell yourself, they become part of your core identity and who you are. And to rewrite that narrative is very, very challenging and requires a lot of soul searching. So sometimes secrets will be kept to prevent that, so that you don't have to rewrite this notion of who you are. Now, in your writing, when does the secret become toxic or problematic? Oftentimes it's with secret costs, right? It costs intimacy with a partner, clarity in their life in some way, and it starts to drain emotional energy. The longer the secret is there, the more it controls their behavior. The harder they have to work to try to hide the secret, to cover the secret, to protect it, essentially. And that's something you can really use in your favor as you write this story, to have that character go through that. So when it comes time for the big reveal, how do you correctly reveal a secret in a story? The best way is that secrets are never revealed calmly. Truth always will detonate the identity. Remember, this person has created an identity and a sense of self around whatever the secret is, and protecting it and maintaining it So once it becomes revealed, that whole sense of identity, that whole sense of being is now gone, and it pretty much implodes on them. So it can't be something calm and peaceful. It has to be detrimental to them, or a relationship, or whatever the secret is, and whoever they're keeping it from. It has to be a huge problem in their life, and it should really destabilize the scene. It should cause chaos. It should cause confusion. The character really has to go through it once the secret is exposed, because they've been working really hard to cover it up, and most of the story you've been seeing this person kind of untangle and unwind, and that sense of self is just becoming unknown to them. They're almost a stranger to themselves. And without that explosive reveal where it all comes to a head, it loses all meaning. It makes the whole story up to that point feel empty. So if you found this useful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to keep up to date on weekly psychology and systemic therapy tips and tricks to help improve your writing, to bring life and depth to your characters and your story.